Let's try this again. Tinman down here in the BAM, shot 2. I forgot to put my, I've got an iPhone X that'll do 4K video instead of my GoPro. And I forgot to put it in airplane mode. So anyway, let's try it again. Tinman here in the BAM. Here I have a little 1x4 for Mr. Butch. This was a raffle amp that he wanted to do some mods to it. So at this point, it's not really a raffle amp with the changes. This is a powder-coated dark blue. Looks like a purple, but it's a dark blue. And as you see here, before we go around to the back, middle is off, up is AM, middle is off, lower sideband. Now I'll come back to the sideband portion of it. So this is a new style Dave made case, and I punched out the center, so didn't use the original grill, so it's got a little gap here. It doesn't affect the airflow. I've got good airflow coming out the back of the amp. You have a 4-gauge OFC McMahon oversized wire for your positive, then you have a ground stud. Silver Teflon SO239, and there's your amp serial number. And we see we have a nice good blue LED fan, blue LED up here. Let's go to the inside. So we have one SD1446 driving 4 HG2AC2879. It's a full-time bias box. So that means, no matter what, AM sideband is always going to be biased. It's a fully biased, B-bias linear at this point instead of an amplifier. So we're going to go ahead and turn on and go through the band here. Then we'll come back to our key down voltage. 1,000 watt slug and average, but we're in the bottom scale. There's 200, 400, 600, 800, 1,000. We're in average mode, no light, 1,000 watt slug in peak, 200, 400, 600, 800, 1,000. Now this is a 25 through 30, and that's a 25 through 60 megahertz. I tested them both when I first got them in. They're brand new out of the box, so they're read identical. And we can prove that if we need to. 5 watt slug reflect to the dummy load, then a 5 watt reflect between the amplifier and our radio. We'll be using 2 radios. We'll be using the 99V for our peak, and then the Galaxy 99V for our average. They're set up different. This one does about 8 to 10 bird. This one does like 12 bird, but 40 PEP, and this one does like 23 PEP. I'll be using the scope and the spectrum as well. We'll come back to it. So you see what our key down voltage is at this point. 14.4 volts. So let's go ahead and get on with seeing what the wattage is. We currently have about 850 on the PEP and about 600 average. Oh, I do have my dead key set a little bit high. I'll change that back there. Much better. So we're at about 800 PEP, a little over 400 bird. So, and we'll swap over to this radio, and I'm gonna start off with the power, RF power all the way down, and what we'll see here. There we go. So we're about 800 PEP and about the same. Now we'll kick it up to about 1.5 watts, maybe 1 watt 0.75, close to 2 watt dead key. And then our averages go up to about 700. Now I'll kick that about halfway, so that's about 9 o'clock. So then we get it right about 700 average. Now let's go up to the spectrum. Now I'm going to start off with giving you both the scope and the spectrum analyzer. Really good and clean, and you can see we're at channel 20, 50 megahertz by division. So let's change our division. Let's carry it up to 100. See if we see any harmonic content. Looks good. Let's go up to 200. There's your first and second harmonic. And then of course it's good and clean on the audio as well. So can't complain there at all. At least I wouldn't, you know. So let's see here. Reflect about a 1/2 watt. Reflect to the between the amplifier and radio is about a 1/2 watt. So not even that. It was like a 1/4 watt. So Mr. Butch, I apologize, but it's coming home to you, buddy. Tinman and the Bam. If you guys need anything, let me know. I've got a couple more that I'm working on, but otherwise I'll be pretty much 100% caught up. All right, last piece of business: your serial number, your warranty seal for your radio there, Mr. Butch. Take care. Bye.